Have you ever wondered why trust is so important in our lives, especially our faith lives? Trust, my friends, is the bedrock of any relationship, acting as the glue that binds individuals together. It's the invisible thread that weaves through the fabric of our interactions, creating a tapestry of interconnectedness and mutual respect. In our relationships with others, trust is paramount. When we trust someone, we open ourselves up, allowing vulnerability and fostering deeper connections. But have you ever stopped to consider the importance of trust in another vital relationship, our relationship with God? This is where the beauty of Psalm 37:3 comes into play. This verse is a powerful exploration of the role of trust in our faith. It reads, "Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed." Simple words, yes, but they carry a profound message. A message that has the potential to shape our understanding of faith and life. But before we delve into the depths of this verse, let's take a step back and look at the broader context of Psalm 37. This psalm, attributed to David, is a wisdom psalm. It's a collection of advice and reflections on life, offering guidance to those who seek a virtuous and God-fearing existence. It's a roadmap of sorts, providing direction on how to navigate the winding, often treacherous roads of life. In this psalm, David contrasts the wicked, those who trust in their own strength and cunning, with the righteous, who place their trust in the Lord. It's a stark dichotomy, one that forces us to ask ourselves, where do we place our trust, in our own abilities or in the Lord? As we delve deeper into Psalm 37:3, we'll discover the profound wisdom it offers about trust, faith, and our purpose in life. The power of trust, it seems, is not just about building strong relationships with others, but also about fostering a deep, unwavering faith in God, a faith that guides us, sustains us, and ultimately feeds us. Scene script. Let's start with the first part, trust in the Lord. Trust. It's a simple word, but it carries immense weight. It's the foundation of any relationship, and our relationship with God is no different. But what does it mean to trust in the Lord exactly? In the original Hebrew context, the word for trust, batash, implies a sense of confidence, security, and hope. It's a profound trust, like the trust a child has in their parent. This trust is not passive or idle. Rather, it's active, bold, and confident. It's the kind of trust that propels us forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or daunting. Now let's bring this concept into our daily lives. How does trusting in the Lord look in practice? It's about surrendering control, acknowledging that we don't have all the answers, and leaning into the belief that God does. It's about releasing our worries, fears, and anxieties into His hands, and resting in the assurance that He is for us, not against us. It's about looking at our circumstances, no matter how challenging or impossible they may seem, and saying, "I don't know how, but I trust that God will make a way." It's about having the courage to step out in faith, even when we can't see the whole staircase, because we trust in the one who holds the future. But why is trust so important in our relationship with God? Simply put, trust is the heartbeat of faith. Without trust, faith is merely a concept, an idea. But when we trust in the Lord, faith becomes a living, breathing reality in our lives. It shapes our perspective, influences our decisions, and guides our actions. Trust in the Lord is not just about believing in God's existence, it's about relying on Him in every aspect of our lives, from the smallest decisions to the most significant moments. It's about anchoring our hope, not in our own abilities, but in His unfailing love and faithfulness. When we trust in the Lord, we are establishing a foundation of faith that guides our actions and decisions. The next part of the verse urges us to do good. But what does it mean to do good within the context of Psalm 37:3? Is this simply about doing random acts of kindness, serving others, or giving to charity? While those are indeed good deeds, the essence of doing good in this verse goes deeper than that. To do good, in the context of Psalm 37:3, is to live out our trust in God through actions that reflect His love, His justice, and His mercy. It's about aligning our actions with God's will and purpose for our lives. It's about being a light in the world, a beacon of hope and kindness, a living testament to the transformative power of God's love. The connection between trusting in God and doing good deeds is profound. When we trust in God, we acknowledge His sovereignty, we submit to His will, and we strive to live in a way that honors Him. And how do we honor God? By doing good, by acting justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with him. Doing good is an outward manifestation of our inward trust in God. It's a way of showing that our faith is not just lip service, but a deep-seated conviction that shapes our actions and our interactions with others. When we do good, we're not just helping others, we're also bearing witness to our faith in God. So the next time you find yourself asking what it means to do good, remember Psalm 37:3. Remember that doing good is about more than just being nice. It's about living out your trust in God. It's about letting your actions speak louder than your words. It's about being a light in the world, a beacon of hope and kindness, a living testament to the transformative power of God's love. Doing good, therefore, is not just an act of kindness, but a testament of our trust in God. The verse closes with a promise: "So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed." This beautiful assurance is not just about physical sustenance, but it speaks volumes about spiritual nourishment and the unfailing provision from the Lord for those who place their trust in him and strive to do good. When the verse mentions dwell in the land, it symbolizes a place of peace, safety, and abundance. It's not merely a geographical location, but a state of being, a spiritual home where one feels centered, secure, and loved. It's the inner sanctuary where God's presence is felt most intensely, moving on to verily thou shalt be fed. The term fed here goes beyond the confines of physical food. It's an allegory for the Lord's promise to provide for our needs, both physical and spiritual. It's about the nourishment of the soul, the heart, and the mind. It's about being fed with wisdom, love, peace, and understanding. This promise also emphasizes God's unwavering commitment to care for us. It's a reminder that no matter what trials and tribulations we face, God's provision is always there. It's about the sustenance that comes not from worldly riches, but from a relationship with God, a relationship built on trust and good deeds. The beauty of this promise lies in its simplicity and profundity. It's a reminder that God's love and provision aren't contingent on us being perfect, but on us trusting him and striving to do good. It's about the peace that comes from knowing that our needs are taken care of, not because we deserve it, but because of God's grace and love. This verse, in its essence, encapsulates the Christian journey. It's a journey of trust, of doing good, of finding home in God's presence, and being spiritually nourished by his love and wisdom. In trusting God and doing good, we secure not just physical sustenance, but also spiritual fulfillment. Psalm 37:3, then, is a powerful guide for life. Through the course of our discussion, we've explored the profound wisdom encapsulated in this simple verse. It all begins with trust, a profound reliance on the Lord. This trust isn't passive, but rather it propels us to action, inspiring us to do good in our world. This verse also paints a vivid picture of the promise that awaits those who trust and act. It talks of dwelling in the land, a metaphor for a life of peace and stability, and the assurance of being fed, a symbol of God's unwavering provision for our needs. These aren't empty promises, but a divine assurance for those who dare to trust and to act. As we continue to trust in the Lord and do good, we can find comfort in the promise of his provision and the fulfillment that comes from living a life of faith.